Today is April 11, 3:08 p.m. and we saw some unusual options on Carvana. That's CVNA is the ticker. You'll see it rallied a lot today, gapped up, rallied up. It has come down since then. Now we're trading about right here at 9.75. And you see this large shadow on this candle, large wick. However you want to call it, but there's a lot of pressure from the bears now pushing it back down after this large rally this morning. And so let's take a look at the unusual options we saw today and also suggest a trade that we did that was different than the unusual options. So at 10:28, you'll see these 15,283 contracts, all done at the 9.5 strike puts for the April 21s, right? So that's the unusual option. And when we look at the options chain, this is 10 days away. And we'll see here the 9.5. You'll see here there's a total of 21,000 volume here. And this is the trade. Is this a bullish trade or is this a bearish trade? Because it could be very different. It could, because the color of those options, it was white too, and based on colors we don't necessarily know also what does this mean, right? So we have to dive down a little deeper and to figure out what this means and what we think it means is actually that this was a very bearish purchase of 9.5, that they bought this 9.5 puts thinking that it was going to go down, which makes sense because they are currently, when they bought it, the price was at 10.48. It is now at 9.75, and when they bought it, it was at $86. Right now, if they were to sell it, they'd be making a profit because they could sell it somewhere between $93 to $103, right? So they are actually profitable at this moment. And a couple of other things why we think it is a purchase. If we look at the options tape, you can take a look at this purchase here at 10:28. If we were to sort that out on the timing at about 10.8, let's take a look at what happened at around that moment in time. If we look at that time period of 10 at 10:28, we scroll all the way down when they made that trade. Let's try to find it. There it is at 10:28. You see here it was done right here. The market was currently 85 to 88, right? And so let's look at this the April 21s, the 9.5 strike puts. And let's kind of look back before this trade was placed. You'll see here, there was one here a little earlier in time. Same market price around here. Also same price, well, slightly a little bit more, $87. This was $86. Here's this, but the market was the same, so it hadn't changed. So let's continue to look up for another one of these 9.5 puts, right? And then you'll start to notice, look at all this here, all these 9.5 puts here being placed. What were they going for? Look at the market at that time. They were executing at the ask price. All right, and look, and now they were buying him at the 86. You can tell from that. And so that makes sense because then over here, just a few seconds later, from the 35-second mark to the 55-second mark, just 20 seconds away, same price, 86, right? Same thing, 86. So we think they bought these puts at the 86 for 86. Okay, and it makes sense. And so that's why we have all this pressure pushing it back down. And so it's going to, we think it's going to drop below 9.5 in 10 days. Okay, and if you look at our trade, we didn't exactly do the same trade though. We actually, instead of buying it, we decided to sell it. Okay, and we sold it. You see our position here, because it's highly a lot more volatile. So we prefer to sell the option when there's a lot of volatility. And then we bought the 28, but we bought the 10.5. You'll see here, this is our position. So we created a diagonal, and it is also bearish. You can see here, if you buy the 10.5s and then you sold the 9.5s, they're going for 84. So that's about that same price of that 86 that was paid. Except we like this one because if you look at this trade, the theta is positive. It's close to 2. We like that. There's no theta decay at this current price range here. We still get that negative delta. And so that's our trade. And so just want to, and so if you found value in this video, please give us a like. It helps us a lot to continue making these videos and putting content out there for everyone to learn how to use unusual options to trade. And subscribe and hit the bell icon, and you'll be notified whenever these unusual options are found. And then, good luck on Carvana. 10 days. Take care.